Down, 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 down. Why they hating on me? Why they cutting off my stream? Why they cutting off me? Why they cutting off my stream? They hating on me, hating on me, hating on me. And we back. Back. Boom, 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 boom. They hating, boom, boom, boom. They hating, boom, boom, boom. They hating, boom, boom, boom. Why you hating? Hey, why you hating? YouTube, why you hating? YouTube, you be hating. Why you hating? YouTube, cutting off my stream. This is when we dropping gems. We drop them gems. All right, so back to what I was showing y'all with the spin. I got a spin syntax. I don't know if it cut off while I was doing it, but basically what I showed you, Mary, Maggie, Tori, I put the little brackets, I put the little line in here, which is the line you see that's over your enter key. You hit shift and hit that. That's what you get. That right there has a, this is the standard words. It's going to stay there. And these are all the ones it can choose. And you can see Tori has a baby jackass. Then we hit spin again. Maggie has a little dog. Hit spin again. Lisa has a tiny cat. So you can see that's what's happening. So this is what I learned a long time ago. And this is basically what this is happening. So you'll see over and over again, as I showed you pictures of NASDAQ, that insiders probably made the right decision. This was 9 hours ago. If I go into one of my ones before, I had something similar. Let's see. This is another one. Stock, which isn't a good sign for investors. Insiders who sold whatever earlier this year didn't have to something, right? Insiders sold worth of stock. These are all, everybody's selling. All these insiders been selling, y'all. Let's look at the market because we've been talking for a bit, and I do want to get back into it as we're getting ready to close out the day. Let's see what's going. Oh, look what they're doing again. This is the week on the day. Hold on. This is on the day again. They are pumping it again. Yo, I hate the Fed. I'm gonna be real. I hate the Fed. When I tell you I don't like the Fed, look at the U.S. dollar note. I'm telling you, the Fed don't get it, man. I tell you, the Fed don't get it, man. Look at this, 5%. That's an inverted yield curve, man. Oh, no, it is not. That's 5% up for the day. Sorry, wrong. We have no inverted yield curves yet. But it's getting closer. We're 1% down on the Russell. The Russell. But that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Today is the 25th, but it says it's up. But, oh, it's Bitcoin. Wrong one. Wow, here we go. Ah, there we go. Wrong one. My bizzle. There we go. That looks more reasonable. So the Fed came in, tried to pump the market yesterday, and then today, market go fall back down. So pumped up, go back down. So we're back in negative. Let's go on to the 4-hour chart where the computer, where robots play. Boom. This is what they were, hold on. Where is this? Where's this? Okay. So let's look at here. We're on the 4-hour mark. I want you to see, we bounced our head right off the 25-day moving average. We can't break that, y'all. I mean, it poked its little head out and got slapped right the hell back down. It couldn't even get up there last time. Right? Let's go into the 2-hour mark. Let's look what's going on in the 2-hour. This was yesterday. Again, if you look on the bottom, you'll see it's 24th. That's the day, January of the year, and the hour in Eastern Standard Time and military time. So it's 12 minus 2. Right? So this will be 7 in the morning. I mean, no, this would be 19. 5. What was 19? 7? No, not 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Ah, that's it. 7. So this is 7. I think. What's 1900? Hold on. That is 1900. 7 p.m. Okay, it was 7. 7 p.m. in the evening. What the hell? How is this 7 p.m. on a Russell 2000? That don't make no sense. That made no sense here. That made no sense. Because the thing is a close. The thing is a close. It a close. There's no way this will run and it's a close. Whatever. Anyway, bounced into this channel. We're on the 25. It don't look like it's going to hold up. If it breaks down tomorrow, it'll break down behind. What they tried to do is they're trying to hold it up against this thing right here, the 25. And if you look at the 4 hour, it is not working. They can try to manipulate the market on the small level, but yo, long term, none of that freaking matters. Because again, you got to look at it over time. And what's happening is we're hemorrhaging more than the over time. Like, so if we look at 12 hour, boom. All right. Yeah. The Willie is saying we've got some positive stuff right here. Let's see the 15 minute. Where are we at the 15? We're back in negative territory with deceleration, crossing, getting ready to go negative. If I stay on my 12 hour, which is where I like to stay anyway, we are seemingly, and I do say seemingly in positive territory. Now, this Willie, and it's oversold, right? So we're in oversold territory, which wants to rebound, but there's still no cash flow. Still no cash in, say back kick out. And insiders are still selling. So if insiders are still selling stocks right now, I don't see the bounce. They're not going to sell right now to come back in for only 1%. That makes no sense. This is Mario. So if we look at the day, look how well below the 25-day moving average. We broke through that. We are on the Russell. It's just the falling. And we've got a 7% potential to the drop side that may happen sometime whenever it decides to do so. My thing is, I want to keep an eye because like I told y'all, I don't trust them. And they keep messing with the market. So I want to see if the pump squad is going to try to come in last minute. But as you can see on my short positions, and did I show? Oh, I did show you my short positions. And it was doing well. So again, we're looking at short. We're currently 4% on this. Up on the day. On the, this will be the TZA, which is the Russell 2000 inverse ETF. And if I turn on my, hey, things. Did I shut off my thing? I lost my thing. I guess I did. Let's see if my things come back. Double click for my things. My indicators don't want a damn run. All right. Where is my templates? And give me ToxicHustle. Boom. Give me my ting back. I want that old thing back. So now I got my ting, right? My ting. Now let's move this up. Let's zoom this out. We need to zoom this in. And we are on the day. And I want you to see how the inverse, this is the 25-day moving average, 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average. Let me get this out of the way. And the 200-day moving average. Now, this is the inverse in ETF, which is the short position ETF. And as you can see, we bounced underneath negative, right? Got underneath that 25, got over that 25, over that 50, over that 100, right? Kept bouncing, and now we're bouncing above the 200-day moving average, which is bull bear, right? Because this is a negative bear, but we are bullish in a bear trend. above the 200-day moving average. So anybody that tells you you're above the 200-day moving average will immediately tell you're in a bull market. Now, because I'm in the bear side of this thing, I'm in a bull bear, right? So now we're just watching this thing bounce on up and then keep going on that way. It's painful watching it the other side because you're in a now bear market, negative divergent. And now look on the daily. Look what's happened on the daily. We're now peaking. Again, we peaked up and peaked out. So we are negative. All this negative was all this negative time. We peaked up for this second right here, which didn't really, is really nothing there for that one. That was weirdo. But this one, when you see this right here, see we crossed, we were negative here, we're down under, we got positive, started going higher, right? Went negative again, fell back under. So this right here, Willie don't play. Free Willie, right? So now you got negative divergence here on the day means we can go to, and this, look, boom, boom. The VIX is still negative. This is still going the same. So it's not encroaching on each other. It's not closing down. They're just paralleling. So really, we're still negative, y'all. Still negative. Nothing's changing. So again, market, we're getting ready. It's 357. It looks like we're going to be closing with the total market cap of cryptocurrency is up by 0.8%. Again, not a damn worth of anything. Again, people buying this damn dip thinking that this is it. I tell y'all the truth. I tell you the truth. Bitcoin plays different. It hits different. It hits different. It hits different. After the halvening cycle, when the halvening cycle ends, which was right here, we got to go on the week. Excuse me. Let's get in the weekly. Wow, there we are. Now get out of that and zoom in. Now, on my weekly, y'all know, I tell y'all, I tell you everything. Listen, Linda. After December, Linda, after the halvening cycle, which was in 2020, it started. I got to put that on here, on this version. After the halvening cycle, we have a dip. That's December. The January dip. And in the past, I got to actually pull my other chart up. Give me a second. Nope, that's not it. Oh, it should be just data. Yep. And give me Seasons of Bitcoin, the old one. Hey. That's not my Seasons of Bitcoin. That's the new one. Hold on. Sorry, please hold. There it is. That's my Seasons of Bitcoin. Gotta get it from Coinigy. Boom. Here we go. Seasons of Bitcoin. So, halvening cycle in 2016, we rose up. The January, it crashed down. I marked out the places where those dips happened in this is 2018 when that fell off. So 2017 ran up, crashed down. We had a halvening cycle in 2020. Halvening cycle ran up. We're beginning to crash down. The points in the 2018 halvening cycle ending year are coinciding to this. Now, this is the week we're supposed to have a dip. Did a dip. This one came in. This one came in. This one came in. These pumps just held the market up. This dip came down. This pump came in. This dip went down. This pump came in. This dip went down. And this dip came in. So these dips, all of these things came in. Just these things didn't plan out because there's no more money in November. The money was empty by the first week of November in our bank account, according to the data that we have, right? Which we know. We know these things. As long as we have our economic data, we know these things. Personal savings account. And here, if we zoom all the way to 20-ish, right? 2020, they print the money. The money come, it's gonna go. So before the 2020, December of 2019, you had a 7.3 in your bank account, right? Then you come down here. So at 2019, you have a 6.9. So you went from a 7.5 to a 6.9. That means you have less money in your bank account than pre the Rona Rona. Did you miss the pirate structure wrap? Probably. On the last video. The part 1. Because I am all the way to the last of the last. I finished algorithms already too. Yeah, right now I'm just capping out the end of the trading day. The pirate stuff is just get your corporate flags up. Understand that you're in maritime law. Understand you're in dry dock and you need to have a port of entry and a port of exit. Your port of entry is how you get into business, which is your ship, your vessel, which could be a website and whatnot, right? And then your exit is what are the cards you use to swipe. So my PayPal business debit card, you have Robinhood, you have Gemini, you have Coinbase, you have Cash App, you have Venmo. All of them have cards. That's port of exit. Point of entry, port of exit. Grand opening, grand closing. So that's basically the whole pirate wrap, is that understand pirate flags are the trust or the crests from old days. Those crests used to look real dope. Those crests became logos, i.e. Hilton, right? i.e. Disney. Those families passed their legacy through corporate logos. So where is your corporate logo? How do you tie your wealth? Because you can't tax rich people or wealthy people, because wealthy people don't hold assets. At best, they might get $19,000 a year. How are you going to tax that? Fuck nuts. That's how I feel when people are like, oh, tax the rich, tax the rich. They don't own anything, stupid. You do. You own it. You have it underneath your social security number. They don't hold anything underneath their social security number. They hold everything underneath their trusts and assets and business and corporations and LLCs, limited liability corporations, or limited liability companies. Right? So they don't own jack. And then they have a 401k attached to their trust, attached to their corporation, and can now put more money in that. So when they say we're gonna tax the rich, we're gonna tax the rich, you're the rich. We are the rich. We hold all of our personal wealth on our straw man. How do you structure a corporation? You already are one. If you have an apartment building and you're in an apartment, get a business line in your apartment underneath whatever business name you decide to create out of thin air. I chose ToxicHustle. I then bought a business internet line in my house for ToxicHustle. Didn't have to incorporate a damn thing. I just need to put a business name on it. Then when I file my taxes every year, guess what I put on my personal taxes? A company called ToxicHustle. And I write off all said software that I have from ToxicHustle. Now, anybody that gives me money, I write it on ToxicHustle underneath our account, which is I do what? I do services, marketing, management, web development services. So underneath my taxes, I am a web company. A trust, get a lawyer. I'm not one. Literally, get a lawyer. Don't play that game and think you got that game. Unless there's a piece of software that can automate that shit, you're going to have to get a lawyer. If not, F the trust for now. It doesn't matter unless you're worried about somebody suing your ass. I didn't have ToxicHustle underneath an LLC for 10 years. It was on my personal taxes. And it don't need a trust right now until you have an LLC. Where's your corporation to tie up your assets first? Like your LLC. Your business, before you worry about sticking legacy wealth into a trust fund, get legacy wealth as a business structure. Where is your subscription? Where is your royalties? If you're a musician, that is your company. That is your business. The trust is only necessary when you need to maneuver assets out of your hands. And if you have no assets, you're wasting money on a corporation. I don't like wasting money. Because you may not even have that corporation for long. You might change your mind. I was going to be a web designer. ToxicHustle was going to be a web company. That shit changed. As far as we were going to be a web magazine. Like, we were going to try to be like the Source Mag. And I was like, nah, that ain't going to work. Let's move on. Magazines don't make enough revenue, and I'd have to deal with trying to get advertising, and then I don't really want to deal with that, and that's a headache. I'd rather get royalties. Passive streams. I don't want to have to chase active cash flow. Wealthy people don't do that. You take money, you make money, right? Okay, so I'll take $100 and make money. I'll take $1,000 and make money. I'll take $3,000 and make money. I'll put it behind a robot and earn interest. Money market, being a market maker. Then I take said cash flow, right? And where is that robot? Where are you, Bati? Bati. I don't know where my bot is. I think my bot got closed. I think so. Hold on. Where are you, bot? Bati. Where are you, Bati? I think my bot got closed. Let me open up my bot again. App. Oh, I guess it is closed. All right. So here's one of the robots. You can see how much value has been put into said robot. Our profit margin for it running 11 days and 4 hours has been 12.53% on a 6.85% change in the actual price of the Bitcoin short that we're running. Which means on an average daily, we are earning 1.14%. 12%. 11 days. All I say, Linda, listen. I gotta beat inflation, y'all. And this is during a bear market. Volatility is your friend. So, these, and I'll begin to look at these. And you can see right here on these right here. Luna, FTM, Near. These are some of the things we've all talked about in the Discord, right? But you see there's a short position. BTC runs the crew. BTC is the capitan of crypto. It owns a percentage of the market share. And when Bitcoin goes down, well, you know what happens with all tides, what it does to all ships. The ships rise and fall with the tide, regardless. So the tide moves all ships. Until we can get, and like I said, trusts are great. I want a trust. I made one for my mom. I got a lawyer to do it. It'll cost you about $5,000 or so. Get a lawyer to do it. They do it right. They get everything that you need to do properly, and they make sure that your stuff is prepared properly. You know, so that's why I don't trust my own fanciful shit. Like, when it comes to doing that, you pay people to do their job because you don't want to make a mistake in that. And that's what they get paid for. That's what they get the big bucks. So I'll give it to them. You leverage. Now I don't have to worry about that part of the business. I can focus on my LLC. Because that trust is for my mom because she didn't do it. I will do it in time, but I need assets to do it, and my assets are already tied to LLC. So then I turn my LLC and I tie that. Well, not turn it, but I tie my LLC to another trust, and the trust is the long-term position for moi. Or if I want to stick my currency, I pay me, I could create a trust for myself. I could pay me, and then from paying me, I put it to a 401k. So my pay goes directly to 401k. And then I can invest on my 401k without accumulating any taxes. Woo, that's a good one right there. But of course, you have to be retirement age. I've got a ways to go before that one. Especially if they keep raising it, but I don't need their money. So just check the market for what it is. We know right now, Russell still negative, SPX still down, and as we are getting ready to close it out, you can see the yields have gone up, which is no bueno for stocks, all the way to the 30 yield, which we now see at almost the close of the trading day. We are sitting 1% down on the Russell, which will be profitable for us today. It doesn't make up for yesterday's 2% bump that they did with their little BS, but we'll get back there. We will get back there. So it goes back to the crypto ultimately before it hits 401k. No, when I talk about when I talk about trading, you can trade crypto if there is a exchange or how you trade crypto is already behind a 401k. You can have trading accounts that are mutual fund trading accounts. Typically, that's Fidelity. So like I can have a mutual fund, or not mutual fund. I can have a 401k account hosted with a brokerage firm and then trade with that broker. So I can get like a 401k with Fidelity. Right? Or I can get, what's the other one? A Roth IRA. And get a Roth and do a Roth trade behind. But that would be, Roth is post-tax. So like you already pay tax on it. Oh no, Roth, you already pay tax on the money. When you deal with the 401k, the 401k is pre-tax. So let's say I had an a job. I'm an employee. I get paid. I took 10% of my payment. I put it in a Roth IRA, and in that Roth IRA, I have a trading account with my Roth, and now I can put it into ETFs. I can put it into reverse ETFs. I understand it goes all back to mutuals. I like mutual funds. I like IRAs. I like index funds. I speculate with maybe 5% on very tight things. Pause. But like I don't put too much on individuals unless I feel like trading. Like if I really want to trade, but I kind of got out of that mode because I'm too busy trying to build asset classes. Yeah, Roth IRA is what my mom, like I told you, my mom taught me a lot. And the Roth IRA is if I have a job and I'm making money and I already pay taxes on it and that tax is already done, I now can put that into a Roth IRA. It's already done with the taxes. And when I remove it after my retirement, it's basically tax-free. So now if I can earn, it's not tax-free, but it's lower tax because now I'm at the retirement age, right? So now what happens when I now start trading on my account? Well, now I'm trading on that account, but it's in my retirement account. So I'm not really getting that capital gain because it's not in my actual bank account. Like having your 1099. How did you automate the tax part? Like having your 1099. Freshbooks is what I use to do invoicing and accounting for service-based work. So as I was doing a lot of service-based work, I hooked this up to my bank account, to my business bank account. You can hook it up to a regular bank account. You can hook up to your PayPal. So you can hook it to Stripe. You see right there, Slack, all this stuff. So again, automation. It works with a couple automation programs as well. Accounting, estimates, integrations, clients. I can have clients. You can do invoicing. So I did my invoicing for development work all in here. And then I can make an invoice, send it off to them. And then all the work is right there. So then when they do the 1099, you fill out the 1099 for the company. So the company sends you the 1099, and then the company sends you a W-9, right? And then that gives you a 1099. W-9, yes. What is a W-9 for? Tax paper is a one-page IRS tax document that individuals and businesses use to send correct taxpayer identification number to individuals. So you get this form, right? This form like this, just like you get a W-2 for when you get a regular job, you get a W-9 from a corporation. Then you fill out all the social security number, and that's $600, over $600. This is how you get your 1099. This is from a corporation. Now, what's happened is all of the banks, all of the payment providers currently are now doing this part without the 1099. So when you filled out for Cash App, when you filled out for all of these other companies, you already gave them your social security number. Typically for that app, you had to do KYC, know your clients, send them a picture of your driver's license and all that. So all of that part is this part without with the actual picture. So they get more information out of you for these other places. And then from that, you'll get your 1099 at the beginning of the year. And once you get that 1099 from the company, that's what you would send off to the government. And the government, they already that's what you fill out. Now, how do we automate? The other part of this is then you got to use the system. There is a thing called lobbies. Two of the biggest lobbyists in the tax field is this company, because I'm not going to say their name. They are the IRS Gestapo. Is H&R Block, H&R Block and TurboTax, or Intuit. Intuit and H&R Block own all, basically they have the largest lobbies, right? Hold on. Intuit, INTUIT, lobby, IST, because I want to make sure it's, there we go. There we go. This is from 2019. Inside, and let's, hold on, open this up so that you can see it. Boom. Inside TurboTax's 20-year fight to stop Americans from filing their taxes for free. For free. The government already knows what you make. They know everything about what's going on with your finances. They know who paid you, all of that ish. Basically, the government could send you a piece of paper and say, this is how much you owe us. Oh, actually, we took it out. Right? They could do that right now. But these two companies made it a point to make sure that you would have to use their software to get through this. So just leverage it. That'll be TurboTax. So in TurboTax, if you go to their website, if we go to CD and download products, right? I don't use the online version. I like to have the actual physical product because you can install it on your actual computer and use it there and save your files there. So I like to use the home and business version of TurboTax. And in this will help you do all the things you need to do, right? Now, yes, they're a pain in the butt, but guess what? My mama would go walk, and this was up until 2 years ago before her dementia kicked in, y'all. My mama, well, it kicked in, but I'm glad she made it home. My mama would travel all the way to like the village to go to this accountant and pay $500 to do her taxes, and she always had to pay her taxes. Last year, I did her taxes with this, and my mother was paid money by the government. So my mother has been overpaying on taxes for years. The software saith so. So I don't care how TurboTax saves you guap. Don't care about nothing else. TurboTax saves you guap. Saves you time from traveling to a tax professional. And then everything I needed, how I wrote off all my stuff, was inside this software. So it asked me, do I have a home business? Do I have an office? What's the square foot of my house? How I told you everything, how you do your taxes, how you write off the square foot of your house. I walked through it through this software. So I'm not giving you anything I learned on my own or from some other things. Sometimes you leverage the tool. They pay a lot of money to keep you from just getting a piece of paper from the government and paying taxes. They make it real hard. So here, I will give them their $100 or whatever it is, or they have deals every year. I just caught this for $60, and I'll pay for that, and then I'll write off all my stuff, and I get a check back every time. Especially if I have a job. If you have a job, this is a great way to get more money from your job's taxes by writing off all of your business stuff. So like you can use this as another leverage point for you to save money. People don't understand what it means to be a business. If you do it properly, you get some perks, man. And it doesn't mean you have to be incorporated to do it. You are already a business. You have a social security number. You already go through KYC. You can already get credit. You are a business according to them. You're an entity. All caps. No cap in your all caps. Look at your driver's documents. Look at your social security card. You're an all cap. You're a entity. You're not a person. You're not a being. All entities are all caps. All corporations are all caps. You are a corporation, no cap. In my rap. So, walks you through the tax reform. It will tax return. It'll double check it, and you can even pay some extra money on it if you really want to have audit protection. So I just use it. I tried to do this on my own. I got audited. I used the basic deductions from the system. Never had to get an audit anymore. Taxes come in fine. Government don't give a damn because these guys are your coverage. They have the lobby for the protection. Right? So this is how you bypass all the stuff you hear with the $600 and everybody being worried. I just fixed that for you. How? You take your PayPal account or whatever accounts, Venmo, whatever you're doing, you run it through some type of analytic software, i.e. Freshbooks. You use Freshbooks to have all of your business deductions and everything you want so that you know where everything is, or whatever software. You can use Quicken and QuickBooks. Quicken Pro, QuickBooks Pro. QuickBooks is good. Home and business. Right? And then once you do all of that, you write it all off. So if I have a job, an employee, and I make, say, $50,000 a year, and I go home and I have another business, let's just say ToxicHustle, and then ToxicHustle's not an LLC yet, right? Because I didn't have it for a while. So ToxicHustle's my home business, my hobby-based business. Until it's over $600, it's still considered a hobby, right? So then once you now have said business, you now can write it off on your taxes that you started the business underneath your personal tax paperwork. And then write off your business deductions. What software are you buying? What subscriptions do you have? What magazine or what do they call that? What's those tax magazines? Tax deductions magazines. It's specific. I think it's something for magazine journals. Oh no, publications. Subscriptions to magazines can be deductible expense. This includes internet-based subscriptions for websites. However, due to changes in tax law brought up by Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, they are deductible only if purchased for a business. I write off my home as a business. Is my internet in there? I got a business line. Yes. Boom. Verizon gives you business. Comcast gives you business internet. T-Mobile has business internet. If you want to use, if you want to get like a little mobile internet provider, you can get one of those mobile hotspots from T-Mobile, and that can be your internet. I just choose broadband because I'm uploading video. a lot. And I upload WAV files and MP4s and all types of crazy stuff. And I download and I stream. Right? Spectrum Business is internet. And then let's say you use Spectrum, right? And Spectrum is $49 a month. It ends up being like $100 and something a month. So that's $100 and something times 12. This is all written off. So let's say I have a job and I have internet and I wrote off my internet and I wrote off my Microsoft and I wrote off my subscription to Adobe, and I wrote off my subscription to an analytics platform, my trading software, which is Trading View, and then Coin, all the stuff you see me use, all of it's written off. So now if I have all of that as business expenses and I have a job and on my personal taxes, I say I have a company called ToxicHustle, I have a business internet, I have an office space in my house. My house is this much square foot. Here's my office. It's this much square foot. I'm writing off this much square foot of my house or my apartment as my office. I now can write things off as a business. And when you travel, get yourself hold on. I'm gonna show you how we automate some shit. Hold on. I'm about to show you how we automate some shit, bruh. Here we go. Bruh. Yeah. Mile IQ. Boom. This is an app called Mile IQ. I believe it is now owned by somebody. Who owns it now? Microsoft. Of course Microsoft bought it. They buy everything. Okay, so again, Mile IQ, owned by Microsoft. Now, another reason why I ain't telling me I'm going to get some Microsoft stock after this thing crashes. Microsoft Corporation owns something called Mile IQ, another piece of software. Mile IQ is about $59 a year. Basically, it logs all your driving. So if you're doing business, you can log everything in an app, and then as you're driving, all of your deductions for your driving can be put on your tax documentation, helping you reduce when you use your car for actual drives. Like I use it for our for delivery. So if you're doing delivery, if you're doing Uber, if you're doing Lyft, and you're not using something like this, you are doing yourself a disservice on your taxes. This is the gig economy. Anything you're doing, if you're going to a meeting, you're driving somewhere, log it. You're going out to dinner and you're having a meeting and you're talking business, and you take the check, you take those, you log it, you put it in you save the receipts, or you save the where it was on your card. You make notes of that in your own personal ledger, whatever your like QuickBooks or whatever, or Quicken or the Freshbooks, and you log it, and then you use it for taxes. You can write off dinners. Of course, you can't write off every damn dinner, and you better talk business. I like leaving notes, little notes to myself on my receipts, on my digital receipts, to what I was presenting at the time. Sometimes I go someplace with my girl and I meet somebody and we end up talking crypto, and I end up spending an extra hour drinking an extra couple of drinks. Well, guess what? That just became a business meeting. Because I wouldn't have spent that money if I wasn't talking business. And my business happens to be anything that's dealing with business. Anything technological, anything on a computer. Ain't that a blip? So we have to understand that the tools to automate everything that they're trying to make hard for people is only for people not knowing that all the tools necessary to be a business, you don't have to log all the shit. That's why all these software companies are out here, pay the subscriptions and let them do their thing. And when you're ready to incorporate, there is always rocketlawyer.com. And you pay like a service, and you get all these. You can start an operate LLC agreement. You can do a lease agreement, wills, a lot of stuff here. It's basically a legal all you can eat service. But you still pay for, like, if I want to do an LLC, I have to pay for each one. Like, so you can do an eviction notice, blah, 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 right? So I use them. My girl used them to incorporate her business. I use them to incorporate ToxicHustle. But again, I held ToxicHustle on my personal accounts for years, and I earned. And I used that while I had a job to reduce my expenditures. Like, so let's say I make $50,000 a year at my job, right? Now, you're taxed on the $50,000 you make, period. You can't really get that money back. Now, if I have a business on my social security number and April, when it's time for me to do my taxes and I write all off this stuff, well, guess what I get as my tax check? I get more money on the tax that I was doing when I was working. So my personal employee check, I get more money out of my personal employee check as a refund because of the business deductions. Pert. And it's, again, and people want to give you a course for this, and I'm just like, yo, that's whack. Y'all should be able to make money on your own. You don't need a course for that shit. I'm just giving you my life lessons of what I've learned from all these people that want to sell you a freaking course, and you really just need to just grind out. Just grind. Right? Any other questions, y'all? Because I think we've gone through every freaking thing. We got the 1099s, ain't the shit. Told you how to handle your taxes. Told you about how to get more utilization. Told you about cash flow quadrants. I think we good today, man. Market sucks. But like I said, earn. It doesn't matter right now for crypto. It doesn't matter what's going on with the stock market. Y'all just earn. Y'all abilities to earn. Y'all are amazing beings, y'all. Y'all are creators. Y'all make music. Y'all make beats. Y'all make graphics. Y'all make swag. You are the swag of the world. Own it. Understand it. Now it's just taking the other side of it. What my dad didn't learn. Why he became an alcoholic. When they stole his music. That you have to be in a music business. And the business of music is royalties. And thanks to people like CD Baby, you can get your royalties mad easy for like under $30 and get lifetime generational revenue out of that and get money from like Chinese and Russians and Korean people. And then take that revenue that you make, it goes into your bank account from your royalties, put that into a trading account and trade your assets. You are the label, my brothers, my sisters, and everything in between. You are the label now. You're ABC. You're CBS. What is a DJ but an aggregator of content? He aggregates a playlist that ends up being live in front of you, whether it's on radio or whether it's at the club. He's just an aggregator of swag. What is a magazine? An aggregator of news, an aggregator of a culture, an aggregator of swag. What is television? What is NBC, ABC, Netflix, Hulu? An aggregator of visual swag. TradingView isn't really my brokerage, but my eyes on the charts. It's how I navigate the seas, the current seas. My current seas of navigation or currencies happen to be the waters I need to chart. That's the chart I use to navigate those waters. And I'm just looking for typhoons, tornadoes, and hurricanes that are approaching based off of what the data is showing me. If the data says on the weekly there's a big typhoon hitting us and we already have a tsunami, like if you think about it just like waves and water, man, sound is waves and water and the finances are waves and water. Look at this. What if you saw a big wave getting ready to crash down on you from the beach, like all of a sudden you see this tide swell, it's rippling, swell, and then it has to do what? Cascade and fall. And that's how you surf. If you're a surfer, you surf the pockets of the wave. But if you got a tsunami coming, you just need to know you're in a tsunami. And this is just like the ripples of the ocean. Being able to see like seismic activity for negative or positive sentiment. They just try to make it real complicated, but we just need to know how to navigate our charts. No cap, no lessons needed, no course to buy, nothing to see here. Linda, listen, we just need to make our money, Linda. What's my brokerage? Fidelity. I've said it a couple times. I showed you the screen. I'm going to use the best. Fidelity is one of the best. I get my ETFs there. If you're talking about crypto, there's multiple. I showed you both my cryptos. I showed you Coinbase. I showed you KuCoin. Why? The two places I'm doing most of my trades. Not Coinbase right now because there's nothing I really want to trade there. I want to trade shorts. Coinbase has no shorts for me. That's why I went to KuCoin. Went to KuCoin because I got this right here. BTC 3 short. 3x short. And on my daily, on my BTC 3x short position on KuCoin on my trading view, boom. I'm getting ready to go into bull territory. We're already above the 100-day moving average, getting ready to hit that 200-day moving average and keep moving up. Yep, no problem. I move fast. Y'all know I'm from New York. And plus I listen to things at 1.75 speed and 2x speed. So now I just talk fast. People just, like, I watched one of these videos and the guy was like, well, you know. Yeah. And that's how it sounded to me because I'm so used to. Yep, so Coinbase, KuCoin. Coinbase for my long-term trades. KuCoin is my sniper position. Like, this is sniper for me. I get in here and this is me. Like, I'm looking over here. I'm looking at this wall and I'm like, yo, what's this? What's my recommended strategies right now? What's going on? I got a bunch of short positions. Really? Oh, how much is this short position? What's this now? How much does that cost? Oh, Atom 3. All right, let me go to CoinGecko. Right? And then let me look at my BTS 3S, right? Or BTC, not BTS, BTC 3. Is it not here? It may not be here. Hold on. Hold up. Is that on CoinMarketCap? Oh, wait. Hold on. Burp. I can just look here. So right now we're looking at 73 cents. Boom, 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 boom. So the price is between $1 and 50. Hold on. So really, the low was down here at 42 cents. 42 cents. And a high is like $1.53. So like you got this whole window. So yeah. And then you can see the short position on the B. What is this? This is the ADA, right? Because if I want more ADA, which I'm trying to see if I want to deal with ADA. ADA's having its own issues. Like now it's like it's lagging, I guess. It's getting slapped with traffic usage. So it's kind of like buckling under its own kind of ill right now. But like I said, ADA's got 27%. So 30%, you're dealing with like 1% a day. So all of these are, but I turned something that's not supposed to do that. So if you look at BTC 3, where it says it's only doing 11%, you know that's cap. You know that's cap in ARAP because look what I'm doing. Average of 1.15. If the average daily is 1.15, let's just say 1%, and there's 30 days in a month, that is a 30% move on a monthly basis. We're talking 30% APR. Right? Not APY or average per yield or year, but APR. Repetitive, recursion. Monthly. So that's not a bad play. right? Robots do well during, and this is when you create a new robot, and I was telling y'all before about this, when it deals with these robots, right? If I start a bot, this is for this bot, the sideway bot. And another one in the future for futures, they have a scalper bot. I don't understand it. So I just deal with this. The sideways bot. This is for when Bitcoin basically just plays sideways, which again, if we go back to our seasons of Bitcoin from the last halving cycle, see this long stretch of time. This is from 2018 all the way to 2020, right before the end of the halving cycle, the start of the new halving cycle. So this long stretch of time is sideways. This is where the bot goes ham. That's what this is for. And what you're doing is called being a money maker. This will also, another benefit of this is the fact that being a money maker means you're going to do a lot of transactions, and it'll also lower how much you're going to pay for your transaction fees. Yes, I'm looking for interest over time, Rayhan. I'm looking for interest over time. So literally, I'm taking the risk of holding said asset. I'm not doing hopium or cap or having cap mega cap. I'm just gonna hold it, and then I'll take my interest payments out of it to be the market maker. I just need and what I do is with my bots, I just make sure, like if I wanted to do this bot, I set my bot, and I did it. I did a video about this. It's in the description. But boom, I do my bot like so, right? So what's my top? I'll leave a couple buys right there. Where's my bottom? I'll leave it right where it's at. I'll make sure it trails up so that it follows the market up. I'll make sure it trails down, and I'll make sure it cuts off right about there or wherever I want it to do. And then I'll hit a back test and see how that will perform. Oh, wait, one more thing. I also take the grid step. That's 0.31%. I want 0.98%, almost 3%. I don't know why. It just ends up being a real sweet spot. Now, I can add more of these to this. And then if we do a back test on this, boom, 81%. Right, so now I can see what that is. I can see what it might do. And then I can come in here, preview this, and get it running. If I have enough USDT tether. Since this is Atom, this is the long position. This is actually wrong. I want the short position. Ooh, that was on the list. The long position was very, very. I guess it is. No, it's supposed to be this. The short. Down. There we go. That's wrong. Hold on. We're gonna do it again. This way y'all get it again. Hold on. So zoom in. Let's put this down. Let's leave a few lines so the robot can actually do some stuff. Right? I like it to have a little, we're at the toppity top of where I would want to sell. So this is where the top of the sell lines are. I'll give it a couple, like 1 or 2, and then make sure I got 2.98%, almost 3% per trade. So that way we can guarantee 1% trades. And then I drop this down so that we encapsulate as much as we can. It's going to do how much we have as USDT because I don't have that much in here. I have to stack some more in here. And then I can back test this now. Boom. We would have got 43% on that. Cool. Now we can preview, launch it, and then boom, go. Right? So now at 29%, I've got, and also trail up, trail down. So this way it follows the market on the way up. Let me give it a little bit more space. There we go. Follows the market on the way up, follows the market on the way down. It's going to take its snipes on all of that. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's on Z charts, right? So this way you can see how the bot is actually playing so that you can understand what it's doing for you. And that is if we pull up my BTC3, no, we have to pull up my chart. One moment. Un momento, por favor. I need this one. This one is where my trading actually happens on Coinergy, because I actually do KuCoin trades off of this chart here. Load, and I can get my BTCS X3S, my short position. And here you go. This is what it looks like when your bots are trading for you. It puts these orders in and leaves them open so that whenever it comes in, it will fill or sell in any of these positions. Think of it almost like having your own option. The option to sell it here or buy it here, the option to sell it here or buy it here. It's just placing all of those markers in those positions. So you see these buy positions, and then if it bought it here, it's got a quick sell position if it wants it, or this position. See what I'm saying? It can follow any of the, so that is the game of what the bot is doing. Yes. TradingView, no. I don't have TradingView because TradingView don't have KuCoin. I'm using Coinigy. You can see it up here. Coinigy uses the same back end because, all right, here's the business hustle. Companies like this, TradingView, license this. They license this to other companies. So they pay to get this functionality and they build their own software around it. So this company, Coinigy, actually built is the TradingView of crypto. They became TradingView. They're using TradingView. So this is all still TradingView. You see, it's the same kind of look and feel. It's just this is more classy, but you can see it's the same thing. They just created their own version of it. Yep, CoiniGY.com, right up here. That's who I use. Right, and then that's I use this to I was using this to I can trade here. But again, you know, if you're using BitsGap, you actually can just use BitGap. If you go to BitsGap and you want to just use this, you don't have to pay for another piece of software if you're using this, because you can come right here and boom. And this can connect to all of your accounts that they have access to. So you can come in here, and if I said I wanted to go on KuCoin and I wanted to buy some shares, I can sit there and say, I want to buy, hold on. What I have, like my USDT, what's left in my USDT, which ain't much. I want to take half of that and buy some ADA, and then I can buy it right there. So yes, Coinigy has API access, but so does your BitsGap. So if you're just going to do sniping, one-off hits anyway, you can use Coinigy, but I'm phasing out of Coinigy to really just do my trades in BitsGap. I like Coinigy. I like what it does. I don't need it. I don't know if I need two pieces of software to do the same thing. You smell me? So that's what I've been doing now. Like, hey, I like Coinigy. I like what it does. I show y'all, but y'all really see I'm making a transition. Like I tell you straight up, like this is my Seasons of Bitcoin play here, but y'all saw I'm ready over here on TradingView, and I already have a new Seasons of Bitcoin built out. The problem is that I can only work Coinbase here. I can't do KuCoin here or any of the other exchanges. And that's what I was using this for. This was one of my first ones. I used Coinigy first. But now I'm like, I don't even really trade here that much. I trade now mostly in my BitsGap. And I'm like, yo, if I'm already paying money and it's already earning me money because I have my robots trading, why am I spending extra guapage? What is my purpose for spending the extra guapage on this? If I'm in, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There we go. BitsGap. Right? I can just go in here and do the same exact thing. Pull my trigger here, buy my positioning. Oops. Right? So boom, and then you come back to bots, which 9 times, and this is a good thing right here. This is something that I've kind of figured out. On this, I actually don't even trade on this side unless I really want to just straight up buy it. Like, I want to buy it. I'm not going to actually trade it. I just want to buy it. If I don't really just want to buy it and I'm going to trade it anyway, or it's going to be part of my trade, you don't have to buy it up front. What you can do is start your bot, set everything up. So let's say if I start another sideways bot, right? And then I choose my sideways bot to be, let's just say Luna, let's say Atom, USDT. So let's say I'm going to do Atom, and I put this here. I change this to 2.98. I change my grid levels as long as I can give me. And then I make sure I'm, and then I could click preview. I could click buy, and it would make the purchases and buy I can make the purchase and it will buy my crypto and put it in. So I can buy the crypto at market value immediately and get it running immediately. So you don't have to have anything but the USDT asset. Now, one of the things I'm doing with KuCoin as well, because y'all know how I feel about USDT, is because it has more paper money than it has actual, it has paper money over like $1 to $1. So they could have Chinese real estate assets and say they have X amount of money, but if that real estate asset goes down, that US dollar tether has still been printed. It's not like it gets pulled back, right? So there's a lot of flagrant money flowing around in USDT. That's why I like USDC, or US dollar coin, because it's 1 to 1 on that. And yes, it's still the dollar, but we move past inflation by earning interest and or having products or services. So if I'm looking at this and I say, all right, well, I want to get USDC, now I'm starting to see more USDC plays. So during the slow times like this, crypto winter, don't use Bitcoin as a base pair, like ADA to BTC or ADA to ETH, or don't use any of the other pairs. Stick right now through either USDC, a stable coin like this, or USDT. Why? Because you don't have to deal with both sides of this token fluctuating with the market, since Bitcoin controls the market. What I used to do to earn more Bitcoin is I would have, let's say, hold on. What I mean by that is this. Let's say I get ADA again and BTC. Now, instead of ADA USDC, now I see ADA BTC. The problem is ADA and BTC are determined by this side of the equation. Now, during a bull run, that is all good because I'm getting more of this side of the equation as Bitcoin appreciates in value. When we're on the other side of that, I've seen it, what happens in June when this side goes down, pulling this side down. Both of these go down and my profitability becomes mute. As soon as I leave this as a stable coin, all of my profitability hedges on that side of the coin. So it's better during this part of a bear cycle to stay with the stable side of these pairs on the, the influenceable, or Bitcoin can pull it down if Bitcoin acts stupid side of the transaction. So here's your stable side. And during last year, that's what we learned. We learned that all of our pairs did better by staying stable on this side rather than being BTC or ETH, because when the market went down, both sides of the pair went down, causing the profit we made to drop significantly. As you can see here, we had a 7% change, but we had 12% in bot profit. That is the best place to be on this side of the fear curve of Bitcoin and the halvening cycle. But so USDC is stable due to 1-to-1, but USDT is able to be moved around like fiat. Got it. Yep, they print it like it ain't nothing, and they're printing like stupid amounts. They are the Fed of crypto. US, how much USDT gets made? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Did they tell us? Hold on. There we go. Look at that right there. Tether in January 11th of 2021 mints a record $2 billion in a week. Tether printer go burr. They're the Fed of crypto. Because they can use any asset and say, hey, we do magic money and we have all this real estate, and that real estate is, this is how much it's worth on paper. So we issued this much in crypto of Tether based off of this paper value. That, like, you know, if I said a building in China was worth $10 million, and when I look at the building, it now looks like this, or on its side, or this. Like, how am I going to get profitability out of this? How am I going to rent this with an open window here? Like, I could just jump out the damn building straight out. Literally. This is their real estate. This is their investments. This is the waste of capital. This might be Tether money. Thank you, Rehan. Fed crypto go burr. Crypto Fed go burr. Tether printo go burr. $2 billion in a week, man. They acting just like our Fed. And that's why I'll use it. I'm using it here. Y'all see it. Hold on, let me get this out of here. And go back to Domo no robato, Mr. Robato, domo. Domo arigato, Mr. Robato. They keep closing my bit, Scott Robot. I'm getting annoyed. Why do you hate on me so? Why do you hate on me? Why you hating on me? New B-I-T. Wait, let's put app or bot. B-O-T. Damn it, not bot. Oh, bot. There. And I close it. Why? Why, man, did you close it? Why, man? Why? There we go. So like I said, this side of the trade, USDT, holds its value better, especially during a recession. And like I said, we're going to be getting as much as we can on this side, especially these short positions and some of these long positions as they snitzel down. We're going to hold those. As those go down in price, I will hold them for a long time. Bet on both sides of the trade, the short position and the long position, because stock go up, stock go down. Which is unwise if you think about it. Yep. But it'll work for now. Yep. I'll take the USD to now, because what I'll do is the profit that comes out of this, convert to USDC. Or buy more BTC3S so that I can have more interest on this side of the trade, or put that into another long-time trade. Diversify it into other networks like Matic. I didn't know Matic got a short. Matic has a short position. I like Matic too. That's why I want to get more. I want to, if I can utilize it, because people between Matic and Polkadot. Polkadot is sick. Hedge it, hedge it. Yep, hedge it. Yep, I'll hedge it. Hedge my bet against. Hedge against loss, right? Hedge it. Take the short, take both sides of the trade and own it when you're ready to own it. So like for now, I don't own BTC, but I'm owning the BT short. That's getting me more revenue to be able to buy more BTC at the bottom. So I'm now using the short position of BTC from some of the profitability to earn more BTC without trying. But Rayhan, I learned this from the market because remember, this is kind of similar, kind of not. It's a little bit more risky, but that's my short positions on the other side. Right? Right. I'll be right. I'll be right. I'll be right. Do I have it here? Oh, wait. I have it here. Right? I showed you earlier. Boom. Fidelity. My SQQ and my TZA. My SQQ is the S&P 500. The inverse of the S&P 500. The TZA is the inverse of the Russell 2000. And since I believe both of those were going to go down, I bet against it, thinking the market was going to go short, and it's been panning out. This is what I put in. This is what it's now worth. Same. I took this idea over here. Where are you? There you are. I took this hustle of the short position 3X and said, hey, do they have that in the stock market? They do. Okay. Now, this could be these are supposed to be used very short term. Like, you're not even supposed to do them you're supposed to do an intraday and be out. I'm not really trying to trade these since I think they're going to be on a long market decline. And so far, it has not proved wrong. So this is your goal. Get past the inflation numbers, which we know are about 15%. Inflation's 15. They want to say it's 7. We know it's not. Shadow stats prove that. Economic data. Bastard. Where are you? Where are you, man? Where are you, man? Oh, there it is. Shadow stats. Oh, closed. Hit the wrong one, man. There it is. Shadowstats.com. Go to inflation. If we use the 1990 based alternative, it is 10%. Not down here like they said. If they use the 1980 base, it is closer to 15%. Not down here like they say. So if I have to beat the 15, if that happens to be the number that we're looking for, Reaganomics type beats, then 15% is my target that I must beat. Well, guess what? We're beginning to beat the 15. We're getting close to the 15%. Because America loves pain like the Anderson .Paak song. Yes, Lord. And you can see here, like as the market's doing what it's doing, look, this thing's still just kicking along and kicking its little residuals. And that's the blessing of this. Like, robots gonna trade. And this is on the hour. Like, we don't even, let's break that down to 30 minutes. And you can see this bug has been busy. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. I mean, sell, 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 buy, sell, sell, buy, sell, buy. It's just, get past inflation is the goal. Got it. Yes, sir. That's it. That's all we ever have to do. That's what earning does. If you earn from your subscription, your service, you're like the pizza guy, right? Back in the days in the 1920s, like the Italians that had come over and they started doing the pizza, right? And they had their carts, so they had their flour, which was cheap, their sauce, which is cheap, their cheese, which was cheap. They sold a product that was underneath $1. That is now over $1, but it was underneath $1, and that because they could sell hundreds, if not thousands, of slices, they were beating that interest rate per day. So what is your low flying fruit for me. I'm thinking of I want to create some type of data product. I'm going to do a newsletter. If I sell it for $4.99, basically $5, if I get 1,000 people that like that information and they want to pay for that for $5.99 all the damn time, then great. That is $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. I can take 20% of that and put that into assets and keep gaining on that. I could take some of that and put into lessons. I could put some, see what I'm saying? I could buy hardline assets with that. But my ability to earn don't change. I just change it to digital. My storefront, if I was going to buy a store now, is a website. That's my .com. Instead of calling you, cold calling you, or mailing you to your house, I can either hit you on social media for you to potentially click on something so that I can put tracking ads on you and follow you, my Facebook type beats, or I can do Google with that, or I could do YouTube with that, or I can do Instagram with that, or I can do Twitter with that, or I can do TikTok with that. Then any advertising I pay for my business, I can write it off as taxes. I'm going to say that again. Any advertising I just paid, I can do it with my business and put it on my taxes as advertising expenses, even if I had a job. They're already doing it. Actually, Rayhan, in Builder. one of the owners of it are doing it inside Builder with NFTs, like an NFT scene generator. If it's the NFTs that you own, it's part of the videos he shows in the Builder group. Right? Even with me, I'm thinking of, okay, if I can connect a wallet using Builder, and I can have pages controlled by what you hold in that wallet according to what NFT you hold, I could now mint serviceable website-based generative NFTs. And then from those NFTs could have actual physical values. Like, what if I made an NFT for a song? And what if that song had a hook and it's on my album and I have a verse, and now you have access to one of my verses? Like, let's say I have the first verse and you have the second verse and the third verse, or if we do 3 verses, right? And now we can share in the profits of the song because you have an NFT of it, and all profits generated by the song, because you own a part of the license, all royalties that ToxicHustle owns, you now have a part of the ownership, so you get a part of the royalties that come in from CD Baby. I know you're not talking about NFT, I am. Because NFT is a very fancy way of just saying application, decentralized application, right? A script. It's basically scripts. So I can now have scripts that are decentralized, that are maintaining and managing specific access to specific things on a web page. So I can sell graphics. I can sell books. I can sell whatever I want. And if I wanted to, I could give people partial payments. This changes how we handle intellectual property and who can invest in you. Imagine, instead of you getting an advance from a record label, people are listening to the music you're developing, and instead of being a Patreon, buy a contract of the album so that they can have long-term revenue. And anybody can now do this. That means you can get funding. You can get funding just like how the tech side of the business is doing all of those you do this and you get give me X, like Patreon. You do this and you give me X amount of, you get X amount of money for this membership, you get this. X amount of membership for this, you get this. The same thing they were doing with tech, right? They will buy these things up front. Like what is it called? Crowdfunding. Damn it. CROWDFUNDING. Crowdfunding. So CrowdSteed, Start Engine, Kickstarter, right? Like Kickstarter. So what if you could have like NFTs can basically give you like a Kickstarter for music or assets. Like you can think about it this way. What if you had a manga designer? Let's say before there was Naruto. What if the author of Naruto gave everybody if there was 10,000 NFTs for access to get Naruto royalties, which would include any animes in the future? What if there was a contract for that? You could buy that up front, and that would give the graphic designer capital now to begin producing said thing. And now everybody's invested. So it's like almost getting dividends. So now we're taking what's in the stock market that only corporations have, which is the issuance of dividends, and we've now brought it down to all independent asset classes due to a technological ledger. This is going to be crazy, man. So they can do it too. I got you. I mean, what I'm doing right now is I'm ToxicHustle, everything that makes ToxicHustle a media company. I'm making sure that not only can ToxicHustle do it, but at least 3 other entities can do it. Why at least 3? Because then as long as more than one person can do the thing, that means I've made it scalable. So not just 3 can do it, then 100 can do it, then 1,000 can do it. And I really want to stop about 1,000. Because you can't flood this market. Doesn't that loop back to Audius? Potentially, but Audius is its own platform with its own control and its own rules. And if I can use Bitcoin or any other thing to interact with my software, the programmable side, and a wallet, the programmable side, and an API, a programmable side, I really don't need Audius. No disrespect to Audius, I'll still buy it. But your niche isn't new. You're trying to be the music of thing. All right, that sounds great. Sounds cute. Love it. But practicality, Bitcoin can already trade back and forth. The only thing I need to do is send the file back and forth. So your only real claim to fame is if I want to treat you like you're going to be Spotify. Well, how easy is it for you to really be Spotify? How many people are actually using you in that regard? How many people are actually using the app? How many consumers are actually digesting music that way? How much money are they putting in to actually tip you? Right? Because at the end of the day, I don't want another record label. And that would mean Audius now becomes my record label. I have a distro, right? Our distro is whomever gives us mass release, which would be the CD Baby, and TuneCore if you use the $20 something option and you get the all you can eat side of things. But when you do that, that's your distro, right? Then from then on out, you got social media. And then from then on out, you just got what? You do all the other stuff yourself. That's going to be YouTube. That's going to be getting streams there. And you can get royalties there. But if you're dealing with the metaverse or anything else, it's like, it's still not ready. And most of those games either license directly with you because the audio will be in there, or if it's a virtual environment, you're probably going to be streaming through it, i.e. Second Life type beats. So you can stream live like I'm doing with you now. You can do it inside Second Life or any type of virtual environment with streaming software and using, these hooks into streaming, these streaming links. Right? So the thing is that none of these tools are dope. There was a company called, this is where I got it from and why it kind of hit me. There was a company called Steam, right? Powering communities and opportunities. Steam is supposed to be basically I guess it was supposed to be kind of like the social media or kind of like a blog / ToxicHustle. Let me see if I still have it. Nope, doesn't appear to be found. Okay. I have to look for what my old one was, my old thing. But basically, this was supposed to be like a blog, like a whatever. And it was like everything was supposed to be here. And I had money in here, all this stuff. But the thing is that did I really need another blog? No, I can still use a blog on regular channel. Right, Reddit of crypto. Good. That's a great way to put it. Thank you. And then the next thing was fun crypto. Right? Fun token. Funfair. That's it. Funfair. $0.01. Yeah, they ain't done nothing. I bought this. This is the last cycle. These guys were supposed to be they were trying to get into the gambling casinos. They were going to be inside all of those gambling machines. That was their claim to fame. They were going to be the crypto of the gambling world. Again, I kind of bought into the bullish with this. Guess what? It never came to pass. Because why do I need that to gamble with? Why do I need to convert my Bitcoin into Funfair to gamble with when it's easy to just say, can't I just make a USDT, a USDC, a BTC availability to gamble? Yes. Or ETH to gamble? Yes. So you don't even need this. I didn't know that. So that's what I'm looking at. If you go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, right? If we go in here, this 2017 did not look like this. And I have to go back in video and take a screenshot of what was the top 50 back then. Right? And then it's like Bitcoin is dope. All right, I get that. Store of value. Ethereum. The reason why I liked it, I'm a web developer. You mean tell me I can put a website on this thing in the future? All right, I bought it at $5. I love that $5 thing. Saw it at $5, got it at $5. But had to sell it because the market crashed on me in 2018. I needed the money for bills. Hence why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Got smarter about it. You've got your USD coin. There you go. There's your dollar in digital form. So I really don't need much else than that. I can use this, or this. So other than that, it doesn't really matter. This, nobody really likes this because they didn't have a place in America or a physical place that they could deal with. And this is Chinese. So they don't like these right here. They like this because it's US. They don't like this because it's Chinese. They don't like this because it's Russian. This, they don't know who it is, but it might be American or some agency. And this, they know it's American. And the green light this. Cardano, it's American. This might be ours, but it's an educational thing. They're not business people. They're intellects. That doesn't mean it's going to get to market fast. And they're just going to keep writing paper after paper after paper. And that's why I moved to Solana. But Solana kept turning off the lights. Then I had XRP in 2016, 2017, but you saw what happened to them. And we're still waiting for XRP to get up out of the damn $1 to $2 zone. That's forever. You got Terra. This is actually interesting. Polkadot is made by a guy that worked on Ethereum. He's one of the co-founders of Ethereum. So it makes sense. So I'm looking at that when it comes down because that'll make sense on the Ethereum network. Terra Luna is getting a lot of run. Avalanche is kind of interesting. Terra USD is Terra Luna's stable coin. Polygon is for Ethereum. Matic Network, Wrap Bitcoin is the programming language for Bitcoin. So when this potentially gets serious, it's already floating. Wrap Bitcoin's everywhere. It's already floating on many decentralized exchanges. It's how you get Bitcoin on multiple networks. Then you got DAI, which is a stable coin, and you got Litecoin that basically is Bitcoin testing ground. Then you got Near Protocol that Cirrus keeps bringing up. This is just definitely getting a name. And you got Chainlink, which is the data behind the scenes. It's your data. This is your database. That's what I'm looking at. This and Matic, Polygon. These two are databases. So those are the ones I'm keeping an eye on as I watch Phantom's network, Terra Luna's network, Avalanche's network, and see who's going to give us NFTs mad cheap, whose network ain't going to turn off for 48 hours, whose network ain't going to take 17 years to get to version 2.0, like Ethereum, whose Bitcoin ain't going to freaking do nothing for damn near 15 years because nobody likes changing code there. But somebody's got to win. And that's the big thing about this. You got to go back to how the internet was. And what was the internet? There was a bunch of browsers and only a few survived. It was a bunch of search engines, Alta Vista, Axe, Jeeves, Yahoo, something else. Like there was a bunch of all those, and then now we have Google and a few other small search engines. So we've got to understand at some point in time there will be a universal or a master or I guess the number one network to place sellable items on. We're looking right now for who's going to be our marketplace, because right now you can consider it like a network, but right now you got to think of it as like a marketplace. We can't sell nothing nowhere right now, which sucks, but it ain't ready, which is good. Invest in the network that ends up giving you the best staking rewards. Gets you, when you stake, that means you can now manifest and manufacture things cheaper. You're not coming out of pocket if you're staking it, and now you can take the stake that you're making and manufacture things with it. So that's why you're looking for a database and master cheap NFT. Yep. Because the world is programmable, and what we don't understand, the Internet of Things will not use PayPal. The Internet of Things will not use PayPal. It can't. Those, the way that these things interact with each other are not fast enough. So using PayPal, the old rails that they've been using for years, the old Swift rails and all these other old antiquated systems of moving money that take days to do, that can't work when a robot vending machine needs to be filled and the car that might be automated driving in the neighborhood needs to verify payment before it even stops there. And if it takes too long, it's going down the road and passing it by. The Internet of Things wants a ledger that is instantaneous. And that will be things like the Lightning Network. That could be Matic. That could be Terra Luna. It could be something. It could be ADA whenever they get out of education. But I don't see a lot of educational people popping out real hustling as software. I just don't. I wish I did. But Ethereum's break fast situation of getting to market fast and breaking later, it made sense for them. The Internet of Things will always have a public record. Facto. It has to. Because the machines need to know, hey, I did make that delivery. How do I prove it? It's on the ledger. The ledger will be read by machines. Machine algorithms will sit there and figure out what's the best things to sell in a region based off of that. And that'll equal stores. That'll equal how things are offloaded, even drones flying packages in and out. How many years did it take for the net to straighten itself out? The internet honestly was a 1995 phenomena, right? Isn't that internet launch? In 1983, it was an initial launch on an EDU. So what is the internet? When they say the internet, they use real fancy terms for bullshit, because the internet is nothing but a system of machines that were IP addressed to each other. So I could have a computer in a college campus. You could have a computer in a college campus. My friend could have a computer at a college campus. We could all be at different college campuses still studying the same thing, but we could connect our networks together, and I could log into your machine, download what I need from the study resources, uploaded what you needed to your machine. So really, the internet was just my machine connecting to your machine, and you gave me permission to upload or download stuff. So if we're looking at what the internet was, it's been that. It's still been that. Now, if we're looking at what the internet's become, well, servers or the cloud are just those machines that just run a specific thing, which is a hosting software. So on these machines that you could have under your desk, you now had internet grade software, Apache, MySQL, Perl CGI, and then you could build guest books and all that stuff, and people could visit these computers and get access to this hardware, but the hardware would give access to files that you could just read, i.e. HTML files or graphics or JPEGs, GIFs, right? Basic internet, HTML, JavaScript, and some pictures and images. Now, in the 90s, internet is AOL and CompUSA. That gave you network. You could log into a network and now see through a GUI, graphic user interface. So AOL is really the real consumer launch of the internet. If we really want to go there, they had the most amount of sales and they bought Time Warner. And that was founded in 1985. I put it on my computer by 1997, 96, 97, somewhere around there. AOL became a media company. By being able to buy Time Warner, which changed everything for me. So for me, when you say when was the internet like on and popping, whenever AOL bought Time Warner, AOL buys Time Warner. That would be January of 2000. Because then the stock market crashed not too long after that. Now, you can't just have now when we had a website, now when the internet bubble came and fell, this is the idea of why the internet bubble came and fell. And it's so stupid, right? A person had a website for selling a pet online. Pets.com. Enterprise headquartered in San Francisco sold pet supplies to retail customers, began operations in 1998, and liquidated by November of 2000. So, as you saw how quick the internet came, grand opening, and then by 2000, grand closing. But again, people were speculating, and you had businesses that were sitting there saying, hey, I want internet. All these internet stocks were just companies saying, hey, I got a website. So it was just the fact that they had a website. It didn't mean they made extra money. It didn't mean that they actually made anything or did anything. Kind of like crypto. On Ethereum, what do I actually make? That isn't going to cost me $20 fucking. On Bitcoin, I got to wait till Lightning Network so that I can do fast transactions. But Lightning Network ain't mainstream yet. And it has no programming language. That might be wrapped Bitcoin, but then that's another thing. So I got Ethereum, but it's too expensive. I've got Bitcoin, but it wants to be gold and not really an application. I know in time they'll probably fix that. And it might be Bitcoin. It might be the thing in the future. I don't know. Could it be Terra Luna? Can it be Matic? Can it be? We don't know. We're just waiting. Like you said, we still got time. And I don't think it's going to be 3 decades because you saw from 1990 something to the year 2000 dead. So within 5 years, we had a bubble pop. Now, Bitcoin's had those multiple bubbles pop. Bitcoin goes crazy. Everybody thinks Bitcoin's weirdo. Bitcoin crashes. It cuts down by 50 to 80% every halving cycle, making it even more crazy to mugs that never seen that before because it's too volatile and it's not a store of decent value unless you're early in. So now for me, what is blockchain tech? Database. It's a fancy way to say decentralized database. A bunch of computers look at one database, they all download the database, they all verify everybody has the same thing, and all have consensus. We used to call those review systems. Now you can just get consensus that, hey, we all say this is the same data. We all have the same data, and any bad actors who says that the data is different and they don't have the consensus, we'll just ignore their asses. So as more businesses start to put their data online, we just got to figure out who that's going to be. Where is the most amount of information going to get out? And then again, business data is the new oil. So how are you using that data to make business decisions, i.e. chain link? If I wanted to be a data business, to become an quote unquote oracle, which just means database. I want to become an oracle, like Oracle database, like the company Oracle. You see how they keep moving the same name? All right. So because I have a database and this oracle, I have this right here, and it's what basically makes all the decentralized stuff work. So if I put my stuff on this quote unquote oracle of Delphi, if I put this oracle out there, then my data could be sold to other people. I could be in the selling of data business. Hint, hint. See what I'm saying? Data is the new oil. Akashic Records type beat. And they made a crypto for that. Akash Network. I'm going to get into this one too. AKASH. I think it's Akash. There it is. Akash Network. Bam. The Unstoppable Cloud. Amazon Web Service cryptocurrency. This is the Amazon Web Services of the cloud. I want to be able to wait till I can put JavaScript and whatever I want in the cloud. And it uses things like this, which is YAML. This is how I can do, how you can build infrastructures on a Raspberry Pi. Palantir, RTP. Yo, Palantir is crazy. And I'm only still learning about it. I still got to spend some more time as the market kind of goes nutso. But Palantir is getting into the energy business, the charging station business. They're already in the government data business. And they're going to get into the Internet of Things as a data business. So yeah, I'm looking at Palantir, and they're going to do that whole data analytics thing. They're also doing something in the future for small businesses. So right now, if you're thinking they're making money hand over fist for what they're doing with the government and what they're doing with businesses and what they're doing with these independent energy companies, wait until they get into crypto. Wait until they start doing these independent data things for smaller businesses that they're going to do like later in a couple of years. Then that thing's just going to blow. So I want in early. I want it early on that. Data. Microsoft for robots. I'll still get me some Adobe because people are still going to be designing Photoshop and making videos and all that stuff until some open source software starts kicking their ass. And then I'm going to see if they get purchased by a company and then buy that company. They are a harvesting machine. Sheesh. Yes, sir. Everybody's being purchased, y'all. Like right now, no company can hold on its own, and there's so much company debt. Let me show you. Y'all, I tell you that the people don't really get this. Hold on, where is it? I show this all the time. This is the government buying and propping up the market. Millions of US dollars in units. 8 million, 8 million, 5, 8 million, 6, 8 million, 6, 8 million, 7. So they're just buying in clumps. Crypto news, I don't really go too much. I don't get. All right, hold on. Let me show you something. I'm gonna give you a hack. FLIP. Boom, boom, I use a company called the Flipboard. Flipboard has a little bit of an AI built into it, so it can give you all this news in one location. So what I did is I made ToxicHustle, and then in here I have magazines, and all of those magazines have an RSS feed. I'm going to show you a trick. If you create a magazine and then, oops, hold on, not my mind map. Okay. If you have this magazine that I clicked on, and I made one, this is my crypto blockchain, Living La Vida Crypto. If you put .rss, it becomes a RSS feed. Boom. And now with the RSS feed, I can now scrape this data for my robot and then get the information I need out of this information. So like, where is the media that was used for this, right? Boom. So I said, we're in a big ass data world, and people don't want to deal with the fact that we're in a big ass data world. Living in a data world. Bang, here's a picture. That was part of this article, which is, here's the link right here. There's the title of it up there, but let's just go to this link. Hold on. Here and here. Oh, bastard. Come here. There we go. And then right click, open it in the window. Boom. So here is a wipeout. It has this picture right here, which is what we saw in that thingamajiggy. Oh, the only problem is that that's not the image I would want. That is the only problem, is that would not have been the image I would have wanted as the image it would have used, but that's what it's going to do. It will take that image. But what I would want my robot to do would be to come to this website, CoinDesk, and if my robot knows how to handle CoinDesk, it then goes into the CoinDesk website, and then it knows that the first picture it finds will be the picture we want to use, and then it could then do the rest of it. Grab the title from up here, which is the same title here. Grab the link, the publishing date, the description if we want, who the author is if we wanted it, to give her credit, and if we wanted that headline, if that was the image we wanted, we could get that. But again, the robot could go in here, find this first image, and then take that out. Appreciate that. Just seeing that the Jedi contract is now changed to Joint Warfighting Cloud Capability Contract, and Oracle, Microsoft, and Google are all bidding. Wow. Okay. Yeah, everybody wants in on those contracts, man. So yeah, so this right here, that's how I'm going to get some of the news that you see that I do in the Discord. I bookmark it in Flipboard. And then there's another service that I use. I haven't been using it recently. CryptoPlunder. And there's my Steam. I was back in the day. That's my old CryptoPlunder setup. Here it is. This is Feedly. I take some of the RSS feeds that I showed you over there. They have an AI called Leo. I take those feeds and put it into here. And then what it will do is it will actually find things similar to what is in that feed. So now this AI is taking the things that I've selected that are interesting, and it's finding similar to those on multiple other places. So it's just, again, another way for you to stack on stack on stack your data. So just another way, y'all. Just another wave. Just another wave. All right, peoples. We've done a real good long one, man. And we've got through this market. I'm going to go ahead and spend some time with the famo. So y'all, for real, I will be back on probably Friday, so we can maybe close out the market. We'll see, because I may have to do deliveries. We'll see. If it's not Friday, I'll do it sometime during the weekend. But I'm gonna be working on Toxic Hustle for the rest of the week, so that I can at least have a front page that y'all can see, and then start trying to get some data, and also I want to get some of my assets or strike points that we're interested in, and have that be public as well, so that y'all can see that as well. I want to at least show y'all as much as I can, and let y'all see what we're doing, so that y'all don't have to stress this crap, man. Y'all ain't alone in this. We're all doing it together. All right. On the court, I was thinking to myself, this guy ain't playing. Yo, I'm not trying to. Yo, right now, I'm telling y'all, this transition to digital is going to be the largest capital gain in our lives, because for once in our life, we're not tied to just American capital. Like, y'all, what nobody ever takes back, and you need to go back in time. We're going to do this real fast. If you go back, there used to be, y'all remember this? Hold on. Hold on. The original O-Town, known as O-Town, is an American boy band formed by, and this guy was a Ponzi scheme guy. Where is it? Who was it? Consider, I forgot the dude that did it. He got hit for a few things. Jacob, Dan, Eric, that was the members. But who was the owner? O-Town, ABC, making the band was on ABC. Lou Pearlman, this guy who's now, he was accused of running one of the largest and longest Ponzi schemes, using the fact that he was founder of the Backstreet Boys, and he then developed NSYNC. He used all of that, and he had, like, they have an American Greed on him. So if you like American Greed, watch American Greed. So O-Town. So when you deal with making the band was first this before Puffy bought the license rights to it. So so the reason why I bring making the band up is that what I learned from this was that for a lot of what they were doing with boy bands, nobody ever understands that how they break American artists in America back in the day was they sent you overseas. They sent you overseas. They sent you to the UK. They sent you to France. They sent you all those places, and you got a huge buzz being foreign and being American. And then the money you would make out there, that's the money they would use to throw at the problem of having to pay payola and buy all this stuff to get an artist broken in America. So what you had to do was use foreign money to be able to pay for the advertising to get eyes visible in America. So you're swaggy more overseas always than you are here. So now what has happened? What has happened is you have an internet. What has happened is you have an internet that has international people. And what has happened is now you get royalties internationally. Right? And if you haven't done this yet and you are on Spotify, please make sure Spotifyar. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Give me a second. Hold on. Spotifyrt. I think it's this. And I think I'm logged in. And I show all this with y'all. I show you. So, as you can see, my follower account, my streams. This is all artist.spotify. And you can, again, you can see by 2015 how many plays, what is my hot songs that's been played the most. Is Tried to Play Me with Angie Stone, Pass Me By, Friend in You. That is a beat jack of I got nothing, Bob, B-O-B, nothing on you, baby. This was a producer from Chris Brown. He went to Chris Brown, and I lost being able to have more beats from him. But anyway, so like this is where you can see who's listening to you in real time. This is where you can see where your streams are, and you can see what streams you're doing well with for the month or 7 days. How are we doing for the last 28 days? What's my top songs? You can see I'm not getting a lot of plays because I'm not doing I'm doing no promotion, no music promotion for a while. And then my playlist, I used to have a bunch of playlists. That played me. Like if we go back in 2015. Well, I won't say. Well, yeah. 5 of 253. So I used to have a bunch of playlists that played me. I now have to get back on my grind because, like I said, I stopped. I've been concentrating on how do I develop, how do I push out content, and then that will allow my streams, because people will see me, I can now broadcast my Spotify and all that other stuff. So again, what you're looking at is a transition from what you used to have to do to get sales as a physical person was go foreign, and now you have access to, that's the reason why I opened that up. Boom. Sorry. The reason why I opened this up was the foreign thing. And if you go to audience under here, which is important, and you go underneath your audience, you'll see what it is, female, and then you'll see, boom, United States, and then where else in the world I'm actually getting plays from. Right, and then you got your engagement now. So 2 streams per listening, 1 playlist ad, and that just kind of gives you some information up front on how your music is doing worldwide. So again, great way for you to see the last 28 days, who's been playing you and what countries. And my goal, as I get popping again, my goal is to begin lighting up all these places again. And that's where you push it ad-wise. Yep. I get smart about where my streams are coming from majority, and then I try to find out why they like me in certain places. What is it that they're actually liking? A lot of my stuff has some military or stress or conflict-based things. And even one of the songs that you saw in my stats, like it got really big during the pandemic. This one right here got, where is it? It's not here. All time. This one, Hard to Breathe, is me losing one of my DJs when I was in Statesboro. Like friends die, and then you're left to deal with your friends being gone. This became real big during the pandemic. Like all last year, that was like I was like, wow, this song's getting hard. And I was surprised TikTok didn't pick this one up, but I wasn't on TikTok at the time, so I lost the run. But I might be able to get back on if something else happens. My music being EDM, my stuff is gonna light up UK, bruh. You're gonna light up UK. You're gonna light up Afro pop, Afro house, Afro trance. All of that. You can light up any place. You got swag everywhere now, bruh. You got swag everywhere now. It's just now understanding you are the fruits of creativity. Start putting out your creative packages and start earning your royalties. That's all that matters at this point. Get your residuals in. As MG says, go get your money, little duffel bag boy. And most of it is earning. Y'all know, y'all ain't heard no cap in my rap. I ain't sitting there tell you no hope. I ain't sit there say, please, it's gonna pray for this to happen. Maybe it's gonna happen. I said, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going. This is where money is. This is how I'm making my money. I gotta push scale on this. Yeah, Bruce, Afro rhythms. There we go. Abuse them rhythms, man. They're yours anyway. All right, yo, I gotta go, man. It's dark as hell, and I still ain't freaking spend no time with my fam. So I'm gonna break out, y'all. We'll definitely be catching up Friday or Saturday, depending on what's going on. Y'all be safe out on these streets. I respect you. Please love, like, smash the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family so they can help them. Yup, residuals. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe out on these streets, and I'm going to holler at you later. Peace out.